Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections, presented by Academy for the Soul. I'm your host, Sophie Bidar, and the co-creator of Graceful Connections, together with Christel Hughes, founder of Academy for the Soul, the online school for intuitive arts. Graceful Connections is an adventure of exploration, discovery, healing, liberation, growth, and truthful expression, which is facilitated, amplified, magnified, and blessed really with grace. Because all of our gatherings are held in the orb of grace, which is what brings forth these graceful connections. They are woven between you and our expert speakers, your graceful guides into the new dimensional earth. Graceful connections woven between you and their talents, their wisdom, their expertise. Between your questions and their inspired answers, your needs and their masterful responses. But also between various aspects of you that may be or feel, for whatever reason, disconnected, fragmented, separated. Allow grace to infuse these areas and aspects and connections to elevate them to a higher vibration and bring harmony, catalyzation, realignments into a higher order, a natural order, the divine order. The order of grace is the divine order. So let's begin. I invite you to relax and take a few deep breaths. Breathing out all that does not belong to this moment. Let's bring all of your attention, all of your presence here and now. We set our intention that our time together, all that is shared in words and beyond the words, all the energies that we call in and flow, serve your highest good, your evolution, and be of service to the highest good of all. You can decide to open your heart or open it even more and be ready to receive. And you can decide to open your mind or open it even more and be ready to receive. Remembering your connection to the center, to the heart of the earth, and your connection to the center, to the heart of the universe. So that you are held, both grounded and suspended, you are safe. You can relax. You are ready and open to receive. Now I'm calling an orb of grace from the heart of the universe. And placing this orb of grace around our group, around our gathering, and each and every one of us. That we be held in grace all along our time together. Let's take a moment to adjust to the purity and the subtle high frequency of grace. Allowing it to gracefully dissolve, realign, harmonize, amplify, magnify all that needs to be so. In purest alignment with divine will and the divine order of grace. And breathe. Beautiful. Now within the orb of grace, I'm delighted to welcome our Academy for the Soul Master Teacher and today's expert speaker, amazing heart awakening master, light and sound synergizer, Kari Kiazyk, who invites you to explore harmonic orchestration for ultimate well-being. Let me introduce Kari for those of you who don't know her. Kari Kiazyk is a heart awakening master with a special gift to connect with your heart's voice, illuminating the core issue that is not in alignment with your highest good and dissolving the discordant energy so that you can awaken to your own magnificence. She harnesses the energies and cosmic dance of the aurora borealis to support you in fully reclaiming your heart's natural state of health and wholeness. So it's available to receive and transmit higher vibrations of love, light, and joy, bringing your heart, your inner sun, into its own luminous rhythmic dance. As a Reiki master and certified intuitive strategist through the Academy for the Soul, Kari can help you dissolve deeply held emotions holding you back or impacting you in some way that is not in your highest good. Kari is passionate about utilizing energy, specifically light and sound, to alchemize transformation toward brilliant, open-hearted living and radiating your light of truth. So it is so wonderful to have you with us as our expert today, Kari. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Sophie. I'm so excited to be here today with all of you and to talk about something that I'm so passionate about. And my heart is just overflowing with grace. So thank you, Sophie. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for blessing us with your presence and know that you are going to share and offer today. So yes, everyone, Kari is going to share her expertise about synergizing light and sound for ultimate transformation and healing. So that sounds fascinating for sure and very uplifting. Today, it's all about high vibrations and harmony as well. And Kari will also lead you to experience a sacred journey for embodying harmonic resonance. It's going to be a potent energetic process. Kari will guide you, will guide us through each chakra in the body with light and sound and have them working synergistically together. And this will allow you to enjoy the synergy of light and sound and how it amplifies your feelings of well-being. That's going to be delightful, I am sure. Yes. And also on Friday, June the 23rd, we'll gather again with Kari for an Intuitive Readings Galore live call. She'll answer your question, what's the number one distortion in my energy field causing disharmony? So now for the moment, let's tap into your brilliant wisdom, Kari. I'd like to begin with asking you to share with us what is harmonic resonance?
Yes, thank you, Sophie. So harmonic resonance really accounts for everything that you're calling to you in your life, your friendships and relationships, both at work and at home, are resonant and harmonizing with your base vibration. They've really entrained with you and you've entrained with them. because everything is energy and everything has a unique vibration, a unique energetic signature. And sound, vibration, and frequency are powerful forces that influence our lives all the way down to the cellular level. And this can be sometimes when there's disharmony, like stress and pressure and all the struggles and obstacles in life, this can cause blocks or barriers, and it can be experienced as dissonance, chaos, negativity, and even drama. But we're a beautiful harmonic masterpiece when everything is functioning and flowing smoothly. And so there's this divinely orchestrated organization to the expression of our soul's resonance, like there is in music. There's structure and there's harmony within our energetic field. It's an elaborate vibrational musical composition. We are music and we are sound. And so there's so many layers to our spiritual anatomy. Like our mind, body, and spirit can all work together harmoniously like an orchestra, a finely tuned harmonic symphony, or there might be dissonance and disharmony where there's out of tune. But there's hope. You can find relief and return to that place of balance and harmony, restoring health and vitality. And we do this by neutralizing these disturbances in your field, and that allows for greater expansion and growth, becoming more harmonious. And one thing, this concept of resonance, it's the vibration or frequency with which an object vibrates naturally. Every object has a resonant frequency, whether you can hear it or not. Like a book has a frequency. And so compare the concept like of a disease to an instrument. For example, like if you're playing a violin and something is out of tune, it causes the whole orchestra to play poorly, right? So it happens when a portion of the body or one of the chakras comes out of, has a disease, it throws everything out of tune. So it's possible to bring everything by shifting that, by bringing in these higher frequencies and vibrations.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense to me, and I guess I can feel it too in my body. The possibility that one area or one chakra, maybe even organ, I suppose, maybe even organ, if it is out of resonance, if it is in discordance, then it affects the whole system. Is it so also that when I'm in dissonance and in disharmony, that's what I emanate into the world, and then that's what comes back to me, and then it becomes also my experience of the world, and probably that would, I suppose, if I have dissonance and discordance within me, generate chaos or an experience of chaos, and this experience of chaos makes me feel even more dissonance. Is that how it works also between the inner and the outer?
Yes, exactly. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So yes, if there's chaos and disharmony and in your life, then you have to look on the inside, because what's going on inside of you. And once you work on the inside, then you'll reflect the harmony and the outside. Everything will
Right.
be more harmonious. Yes.
Okay. Now, there's one question I had for you. I heard about vibrational set point, and I'm not sure what it is. Can you explain this for everyone and why
Yes.
it's significant?
Yes. So our thoughts, emotions, and experiences are constantly impacting our overall vibratory signature. And when we're feeling out of tune, we may be out of sync with ourselves to a certain degree, feeling off and distressed, which eventually could lead to pain, illness, or disease. And when we're in pain or if we're sick, we're not in optimal health, and our physical body is emitting a frequency that isn't reflective of its normal overall healthy or harmonic resonance. It affects the entire vibrational body like a ripple effect. So when you're looking at your energetic signature, it's the accumulation of your life's experiences. It's what you came into the world with. And the signature is found in your energetic body. And it holds, in your energetic field, it holds these memories of the past traumas, unhealed wounds, unresolved issues from your ancestors, traumatic memories, all these different things that may be impacting you that you're not realizing it. And so every day we're bombarded with negative energies from the world around us. And so as a result, this drains our energy. It depletes our overall life force energy, our vitality, even altering our perceptions and our behaviors. And when the energetic body is impacted, it impacts the physical body as well. And so if you look at your own body, everything has a rhythm, like your heartbeat, your breath, the brain waves. And so when something happens that throws you off balance, this natural rhythm is thrown off and it creates all discordance within your body. And so these distortions affect your overall vibrational transmission, impacting your ability to bring what you truly desire into this reality. And so the vibrational set point is really your average emotional frequency. It's like a thermostat. It's the universe responding to the energy that we're giving off. So think about it, like, are you generally a happy person, or are you sad or negative? Because these energies feed into our energetic field. Have you ever had those days where you have a bad day and nothing seems to be working for you? Everything's going wrong and you're feeling down and negative. Well, when that happens and you get caught up in that, you're attracting more of the same. So the energy of our thoughts and emotions has a certain weight or density to it. And so when we're talking, the universe is responding to our vibrational set point, because the energy of our thoughts and emotions, like anger is very heavy, it's a dense energy, and love is very light. So the overall frequency of the energy that's present in our bodies at any given time, of course, your vibrational set point is going to fluctuate, right? But it's sort of an average of how you're feeling most of the time. And so when you increase your vibration, you feel better. And then the low vibrational set points are normally associated with negativity, persistent feelings of sadness, anger, fatigue, feeling lost or without purpose. It feels like there's a storm cloud above you. You're moody, you're irritable, you don't know why. All these different things are impacting you and lowering your vibrational set point. So that's why it's important, to be positive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we want it as high as possible, I suppose. I mean, from what I understand.
Yes.
But I guess there's also something to maybe the kind of the elasticity of it, like how if we are high enough, and well, things happen. So as you say, it fluctuates, right? So
Yes.
when we fall, when we kind of lose it, the ability to jump back, to bounce back, right? This elasticity, I suppose that it's also an important aspect, like kind of I guess that relates to resilience.
Yes, exactly. It's important to become resilient. And like when emotions come in, you don't want to get caught up in the wave of those emotions. You just want to kind of let them, ride the wave, let them go through you. You don't want to suppress them because they don't go away. Yes, they stay.
Yeah.
They stay in your
You
body.
don't want to suppress them. So because you don't want this, what I'm sensing is we don't want to be rigid about, oh, I need to be high vibration and to hold myself there and to let nothing take me down, which would probably lead to suppressing emotions. We need to allow the emotions to come and go and to come through us and do what they are meant to do and bring the guidance, the wisdom that they are there to deliver as we listen to them. So to allow the fluctuation, but also to have this ability to bounce back, right?
Yes, exactly. Because we don't live in a bubble, right? Like there's negativity around us all the time. And so I don't know if you've ever been in a room where someone's in a bad mood, or you can just tell it's like, you don't feel comfortable and you want to get out of there. And so you go out in nature, right? Or something to raise your vibration. Like you remove yourself from the situation. It's important to look at who you're surrounding yourself with, who's in your environment. And even your environment too. Is it cluttered? Is there stuff all over the place? Is there chaos? That lowers your vibrational set point too. So when you do the inner work, it also shows up in your outer work. And then all of a sudden you're more organized and there's more order and there's more structure. And that also assists in keeping your vibration high.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got it. So high vibrational set point and a resilience to return, to allow fluctuations and to return to high.
Yeah.
Okay. As opposed to maintaining it rigidly and suppressing emotions, we know that this is counter indicated, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Now, you are our graceful guide into the new dimensional earth, Kari. So let's come to this topic of the new dimensional earth. Can you elaborate a little bit more about this, how this is impacting us vibrationally, and how is it showing up for people?
Yes, of course. So like this week, the new moon, that usually impacts a lot of people, right? It makes people irritable. It might disrupt sleep patterns. So we know that we're impacted by things going on in our environment. But also this week, there was something with the Schumann resonance. So I'm going to get into that in a second. But sound is very effective for finding peace in the mind and body because everything around and inside of us works in harmony. So we just need to know how to balance it out and resonate with the world. So I just want to talk about music a little bit first. We're going to get into the hertz and then I'll get into the vibrational. Okay, so most music you hear is at 440 hertz. That's the standard. And I know everyone has different views on this, but actually 440 hertz is out of tune with the natural world and with the universe. And so what they found is that 432 hertz resonates more with us and the world around us. It's a natural vibration and it's actually in tune with the earth itself. So you can see my bowls here, they're all tuned to 432 hertz. It's also referred to as the heartbeat of the planet. And I just want to explain some of the benefits about this. It synchronizes both hemispheres of the brain. I'm just going to just tuning a little bit. And it has the power to bring more harmony into your life and to realign you with the earth. It's a healing frequency that reduces anxiety. It lowers heart rate. And it's comparable with all of nature around us. So they say that the earth has been normally vibrating at 7.83 hertz for thousands of years. However, right now, with the energies of the new earth, there's an up-leveling that's happening right now. And the earth is starting to vibrate at a higher frequency. So this is what we call the new dimensional earth. And this week, I think it was on Sunday, there was a spike, I guess, in the vibration. So we know that the earth is starting, its normal vibratory rate is starting to increase. And lightning actually, and actually it's funny, there was a lot of lightning here this morning, but lightning is something that is affecting the earth and it's helping to raise this 7.83 hertz. It's raising it up now because of this up leveling. So it's impacting us in ways that you might not even realize. Like you might be feeling tired all the time, exhausted, have no energy, and maybe you're living a life without purpose or direction, or you're feeling alone or abandoned. But just the stuff that's going on in the earth, like the actual frequency of the earth. Because when we go outside, like barefoot on the earth, it feels so good. Like you're grounding with the earth, with Mother Nature. And so this up leveling is impacting everyone. And so everyone could be feeling off or feeling the effects to some degree. But your body's feeling it, even if you may not be realizing it, because you might be disrupted, like your sleep patterns, but it impacts everyone differently depending on where you're at in your journey. So there is scientific evidence around this Schumann resonance and how it is increasing right now and these spikes, but it's been the same for thousands of years. So this is fairly new now. But the auric field of the human is like, it's not in sync. So it's difficult. When it's not in sync, it's difficult for the emotional, mental, spiritual, and etheric bodies to sync with the physical body and the frequency of the earth. So this is really impacting this higher frequency. It's a moving into less density. It's trying to uplift people. Like if you can imagine a boat and the tide is coming in, right? Like the rising tide, all the boats go up. All of the boats rise with the rising tide. So everyone is impacted by this to some degree. And so in order to allow the physical body to vibrate harmoniously with the planetary frequencies and to have this healthy energy flow within the body, we have to adjust. And if we're stuck in these old patterns and beliefs, or this is holding us back, right? So everyone, yeah. Some people aren't aware of what's going on, but people who are more in tune with energy can really feel this. And it could be, there could be some fear coming up around this because people aren't really realizing what's going on and what's happening. But we're beginning to absorb these frequencies. And if we're really closed off from allowing these new frequencies to come in, then we have to do something about it. So that's where we have to absorb these frequencies. Like the body is made up of 70% water. And so this is where sound comes in, because sound really has an impact on the body, especially with the crystal bowls. And so it's like these sound waves move through the body, and it really helps to release these blockages that are showing up right now. And it could cause many people to feel uncomfortable, these different symptoms that are coming up. I mentioned some of them already, but mood swings. People could feel moody or emotional for no reason. And of course, extreme fatigue, or the other side, you could have energy bursts. You could have an increased sense of intuition. You may be experiencing flu-like symptoms. Hunger, you could notice a change in, if you're eating a lot or not eating as much as normal, or anxiety. So these negatively affected symptoms will persist without the person doing anything to help the body acclimate. So we need to help you acclimate to these new higher vibrational energies that are coming in with the new earth.
Yeah, thank you for that. And as I listen to you, I'm sensing that it's like there's a combination of two currents or two reasons why we need to take care of our vibration and harmonious state. One is in order to have greater harmony within, um, in order to be healthy, pretty much, um, and to keep ourselves healthy or to return ourselves to a good health, and in order to experience harmonious experience of life, have a harmony between the inner self and the world. But so that's one reason to raise our frequency and hold the harmony of it. But also the reason of the raising vibration, is it maybe can we call it the vibrational set point of the earth
Yes.
rising, right? So as this is rising, we need also to keep up, we need to keep up with the earth. And that's another major reason why we need to attend to this. So it seems to me that there's these like two major forces that push us in the same direction, and it's almost like they're conspiring to push us, or maybe even force us to raise our vibration, but also raise our harmony and raise our harmoniousness, I would call it. How does that sound to you?
Yes, that sounds perfect. That's exactly right. Yes, it is. It's forcing us to adjust. Although some people, it could cause their physical body, right, to shut down because they're just closed off to this, like they don't want any part of it. People that aren't on the spiritual path, or people, right?
Mhm.
So, yes, that's exactly right. And this is leading into sound healing, right? This is one way to help the body adjust to these higher frequencies through light and sound. And like I said, our body is 70% water. And so the sound waves, when played, they move through the body, reducing stress, and they promote health by affecting like the water molecules in our cells. And so when we're exposed to these certain frequencies of sound, it can really help our bodies move into this state of harmony.
Right. Yeah. Just like I'm sensing, just like water washes us, the vibration of sound through affecting the water that we are made of kind of washes away the density, the disharmony, and all that. Right.
Yes. And we've also there's been a lot of solar flare activity lately, with the aurora borealis. it's been reported all over the world, right? There's been all kinds of sightings. And so, and of course, this is impacting our energy body too. And if you look at our heart is the largest electromagnetic field in your body. And so it's also being impacted by these new energies that are coming in. So it's affecting us on all kinds of levels.
Yeah, yeah. And so we need to support, well, we need to support our heart. As you say, it's the center of our energy system. So we need it strong, healthy, balanced, harmonious, so that it supports also the strength and the harmony and the balance of the whole system, right?
Yes.
So with that, so this is, yeah, at the heart at the center of the chakra system, which goes beyond the 7 main chakras in the body. There's the 12 chakras. Can you talk about the crucial role of the 12 chakras, what they are, who they are, what they are, and how we can harness their power and make them our allies?
Yes, yes. So we're all familiar with the 7 main chakras in the body, but there's also the 5 transpersonal ones. And the most common ones are the Earth Star and the Soul Star. Most people know those, but there's the other ones as well. And so we're all familiar with our dense physical body, but there's also these subtle bodies that are collectively called the aura that surrounds our physical body. And so both are made of energy, but vibrate at very different frequencies. So everything happens in the physical body. Everything that we experience in our physical body first happens in the subtle body, and spiritual energy flows from the subtle to the physical. So that's why it's important to work with these subtle bodies and keep everything balanced, clear, and aligned. So in order, so think of a flat tire, for instance. When we're talking about the chakras, just think of a flat tire. So you have a car, there's a flat tire, the air is slowly coming out. So you might not notice it right away, but if left untreated, it's going to eventually go flat and it's going to slow down the performance of the vehicle. So like the chakras, if one of them is in disorder or not balanced, it impacts all of the other chakras. So we have to nourish our spirit and re-engage ourselves by dissolving the harmony, working with the energy systems in our body and reducing these feelings of chaos and disharmony. So we have to work on the 12 chakras on all levels to restore this state of harmonic resonance. Because when they're balanced and aligned and unblocked and the energy is flowing freely through the chakras, harmonizing your body, mind, and spirit. So yeah, each of the chakras has a color and a purpose. And so to keep each part of the body balanced, we have to work through each of the chakras, because the chakras are a powerful healing tool, but that's only the beginning. If we tap into the full potential of them, we open this gateway to health, prosperity, joy, and the expression of your own unique gifts. And so when we're bringing in these higher frequencies, these vibrations and energies, it's important to have this energy flowing and moving with them. So we have to clear the way for them to come through, and making room is the key. So when we're working, we start with the root and the Earth Star. We have to make sure that we're fully grounded and present in this present moment. And then instead of just balancing like the front and the back of the heart chakra, I'm working in the middle there along that central channel. I'll talk more about that in a bit. But the chakras are so powerful in our body because I think they said about 80% of an illness could be traced back to a chakra or an organ, something in your body that is out of alignment. It's not balanced. So that's why it's so important to focus on your chakras, keeping them clear and balanced. And it's not just a one-time thing. You always have to monitor where you're at, what's going on in your environment, and how that's impacting you. So there's the little protocol for looking after the chakras. And the first thing is awareness. So it's paying attention to your body, to what's going on around you. If you're feeling off, to tune into it and find out what's going on. Because generally it can be traced back to a chakra at some point. There's some sort of imbalance going on there. And then once you clear that in the chakras, then you'll receive better health and well-being. But the second thing as part of the protocol is responsibility. So we are responsible for what's what we create in our lives. We're responsible. We create our own reality. So if you're feeling, like I said, disorganized, unbalanced, and off in your own body, that's usually what's reflective out in your life. So take a look at your life and what's going on in your life right now. Is everything running smoothly? Are you happy with where things are and how things are going? Or do you wish things could change? Or are you attracting like the same kind of patterns over and over again in your life? Because I know I didn't know anything about chakras or energy. It's probably just been the last 6 or 7 years. But for the first 25, 30 years of my life, I mean, I grew up with the limiting belief that life is hard, life is a struggle, nothing comes easily. You know, no one looks after you. If you don't look after yourself, then no one looks after you. And yeah, money doesn't come easily, doesn't grow on trees. So I had this belief in my system, and that's what I was creating in my life. All the different jobs that I've had, it was always so much work. I put in so many hours, first one there, last one to leave. And someone in my family actually said to me, why do you keep attracting these types of jobs? Or yeah, why do these jobs, why do you experience the same thing over and over again in these jobs? And it's like, I realized it wasn't the job. Finally, it was me. I was creating this, what I believed was showing up in my life. And then it took me 25 years to figure that out. But and then one day I was driving home from work. Of course, the universe sends us different signals and signs along the way. But I mean, I was so out of alignment. I was so out of alignment and not in tune with my body or the universe at all. I wasn't grounded. So I was missing all the signs. But one day I was driving home from work and I had a near-death accident with a semi on the highway. And I was very fortunate to have walked away from that. But that was my wake-up call. It's like I was living to work and not working to live. So something had to change in my life. And that really impacted me on some level. It's like there has to be more to life than this. Because there was no joy, there was no, you know, you work all day, you're tired, you come home, you go to sleep, and then you do the same thing the very next day. I was caught up in this rat race of life and couldn't really see a way out. It's easy now to look back in your life and see the patterns, but when you're going through it, it's really difficult to see it. And then certain synchronicities started showing up in my life. At one job, a coworker mentioned energy healing to me, and it was just like something within me, like I had to know more. And then I learned about the chakras and Reiki, and I learned about, I could feel the energy moving. So that was just huge for me. But you have to open yourself up to these synchronicities and to know that there's something more in your life. And so that's why I'm passionate about helping other people, as you don't have to. I hope it won't take you 25 or 30 years to figure it out like it did for me. But now that I know how this works and the importance of being balanced and grounded and present, and it can change your life in so many different ways. And the fear, I grew up with so much fear. I was living in fear. You know, the judgment, the perfectionism, and you're always afraid, like, you know, if you do something wrong, you might get fired, or, you know, there's so much fear. I was just living in this fear-based world. And so that's why when you started to open up my heart and to start to let love in, that's when things really started to shift and change for me.
Wow. Yeah. Ooh. You know, I can feel you through all these experiences and that you have mentioned. And I can certainly, and I believe we all can feel the density in which you are trapped. And definitely this rat race, when you're in the hamster wheel, you don't have time for awareness. You don't have, not even, it's not even a matter of time. Like, you don't have space within yourself. It's just about running the wheel, right? And awareness is nowhere to be found. And so for you, it really took to be hit by a truck, literally. And we're so glad and happy and blessed that you got over this experience, and that it was nothing more than a wake-up call, and that you heard a very loud wake-up call, and you took it as your signal for awakening. But all of this is what made you the graceful gal that you are today, to come extend a hand to others out of this density, out of this entrapment, out of the hamster wheel, or many are kind of one foot in, one foot out, but don't really know how to really liberate themselves. And that's what you are here for. So that's really beautiful. And thank you for having had this determination to go all the way and to become this graceful guide that you are, Kari. And thank you for being with us today to share all of this. And the other day when we were talking, I remember that you shared something that was fascinating to me, the telescoping of chakras. And I would love for you to share about this because it is really, really mind-blowing to me. And so would you share about the telescoping of chakras, what it is, what it means, and why is it so important?
Yes, absolutely. I will. I will. But yeah, like I was saying, transformation comes from the inside, and these vortices. There was just one more thing I wanted to add, Sophie, before I go there.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
I had scoliosis when I discovered it when I was 16 years old. And for 30 years, I suffered with unbelievable back pain. And like I said, after my accident, these different synchronicities started showing up for me. And I ran into someone, and that person that got me onto energy healing suggested I see someone about that. And when we got to the root of the issue, which was something with my mother, the back pain went from a 9 to a 2. And so that's when I discovered how, like, these vortices of light, these chakras, how working with the energy of the body, how impactful. Because I just accepted that I was going to have back pain for the rest of my life. And I adamantly refused the surgery. I didn't know why at the time, but I was 16 years old and like, that's it. I'm not getting the surgery. But that's how impactful it is. Like my back, I hardly have any back pain at all anymore. So I just wanted to share that before we move into.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's something, it has to do with harmony, right? Like a
Yes.
harmonious spine will be nicely stretched and flexible and vertical, or flexible and coming nicely and easily back to its axis, right?
Yes.
So we can perceive it's almost like a metaphor, but a very embodied metaphor, how the scoliosis expressed the disharmony and the distortions, right?
You couldn't have said that better. That's exactly right. Because scoliosis really means misalignment with life.
There you
I
go.
mean, I
Wow.
was so misaligned with life. Wasn't even funny. No.
Yeah, I'm sure it was not funny at all, but we can perceive how you had to go through all this density, I suppose, when you were preparing your soul incarnation plan for this lifetime. You decided that, well, I'm going to have to go through so much density that at some point I'm going to arrange some kind of a wake up call, but I need to be deep into the density so that when the wake up call comes, I have this will to let me out of this. I don't want this anymore. I want to rise above and out of this, right? So
Yes.
what's beautiful is that you did hear and perceive the wake up call as a wake up call,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I like that. Literally being hit by a truck. Yes. That is so
Mhm.
true. But yes. Yes. So the telescoping of the chakras, this really brings it all together because when your
Mhm.
chakras are balanced and they're in their optimal state, like a telescope, they're able to extend out, right? And when they're blocked and they're not functioning harmoniously together, the telescope, it's locked up, right? And it won't operate properly. So with these higher vibrational energies of the new dimensional earth, our chakras are coming online in a way that's different than before. We're raising our frequency. And so the whole chakra system has to be optimized to allow and hold more frequency so that the life force energy can circulate better throughout the body, right? And this combination of light and sound is really the key to unlock the telescope so that it doesn't just extend out into your aura, but actually out into the 12 dimensions. And it's so powerful because it opens and stretches for better optimum functioning. And not only that, but it also keeps them open longer by clearing, charging, and optimizing. So the chakras are functioning at this optimum efficiency, raising your vibrational set point. And this combination, it opens and activates the chakras more, and they stay open longer. So it bringing the body into a harmonic state of resonance, and it really keeps orchestrating its energy better for a sustained functioning of the chakras all working together. So we're starting to awaken to the remembrance of you as this divine eternal being, and helping you to remember that you can create your own reality. If you do the inner work, it's going to show up in your reality, and you don't have to continue to live in this lack and limitation and this struggle anymore.
Wow, that is so powerful. So it is the combination of light and sound that, if I hear properly and get it, through the combination of light and sound, because we can work with light, right,
Yes.
as healers, and we can work with sound as healers, and many of us do that, and as healers and as individual, as in terms of our own self-care. But what if we bring the two together and bring, as you said, then there's a synergy that takes place that brings this telescoping of the 12 chakras, opening to the higher dimension, the 12 dimensions. So this is typically what you do, synergizing the light and sound and bringing this harmonic resonance. You have this amazing healing method that you have created. You have been inspired. Well, we will tell us about it. The harmonic orchestration of light and sound healing method. Would you tell us more about it?
Yes, I'd love to. Yes, so this technique was really gifted to me by the higher realms, as I received a download recently by the guardians of the dimensions. And so now you're probably wondering, who are the guardians of the dimensions?
Yes.
Well, each chakra bowl, each of these bowls has a guardian, and the guardians work in and through me when I'm doing my healing work, making my sessions more effective and more powerful. And so each of these bowls actually could have up to 6 guardians. And so depending on who I'm working with or what group I'm working with, they decide which guardian steps up. And so there may be 1 or 2 guardians stepping up to support you in a session for each bowl. And it'll be the guardian that's the most able to help with the healing, the one who can best contribute to the person or the group that I'm working with to help move them forward. And so they're from the different dimensions, from the 7th to the 12th dimension. And so the frequencies of the crystal bowls allow entry, or this vibrational alignment that enables access to the higher dimensional realms. So we're working with sound, the vibration of sound, and the bowls are connected to these guardians and the chakras. And so this very connection to the dimensional guardians work with the sound and the vibration of the crystal bowls to create a very unique, precious nurturing, like singing your heart into greater levels of sacred union and harmony. And then with the light now, we all know how healing light is. We just look at the sun, for instance. You know, the natural light helps our bodies produce vitamin D. It improves our circadian rhythm and sleep patterns. It helps us to focus, enables us to get more done, and makes us happier, brings joy into our life. So we have to ensure that we get enough of this light, this natural light, and that's a key to physical and psychological well-being. But light is also something else. It's information. So light is a means by which light codes are downloaded to assist us to heal or open up. And so when I'm working with the bowls, the crystal bowls, and the guardians are coming in with me. So part of this technique is now I'm bringing in this sound. The sound is coming in and it's bringing in these light codes to assist you to remember, to upgrade, and to expand and to evolve in an accelerated manner. So I'm playing the bowls and the guardians come in through the sound. They're guiding and directing me, connecting to certain chakras or channels to clear and make way for the light. That's the point, is to clear and make way for the light to come in, because there's all these blockages, these disturbances, the dissonance in your field that is preventing the light from coming in. So part of this process, a big part of it, is to clear with the sound and make way for this light to come in. So the swirling light energy containing the colors of the rainbow, they come in as different unique colors that correlate to each chakra. And then this is combined with the sound to shift these chaotic waveforms, the dissonance in each chakra, bringing it back into its normal resonant state. So yeah, I'm very excited about this new process.
Yeah, it sounds totally amazing and looks, I can see the swirling energies as you speak in my mind's eye. And we are very blessed that we're going to experience that in a moment, because you're gonna gift us an experience of this light and sound energy. Now, I have one question. I'm a bit curious, Kari. I have one question about the guardians of the dimensions. How did you how did you realize that they are there? Did they call out to you, here we are, we're the guardians? Or how did you come to realize their presence and their work with you with through the crystal balls? And how did this happen?
Yes, actually, it was just kind of a normal, natural evolution. I had noticed in healing sessions that the results that I was seeing, the energy, I could feel the energy was so much stronger. It was so much more powerful and effective. And so when I was tapping into like what was going on, and that's when the guardians came through. So yeah, I could feel a really increase in the energy coming through and working with people. And I was seeing much better results and faster results. So yeah, it was just kind of a very natural evolution that came through the playing of the bowls and the sound.
Right. So I'm getting the sense that they chose you. They saw the work you were doing already, and they saw the potential. They chose you. They said, "Okay, we're gonna work with this one with her crystal balls, and we're gonna come and bring the synergy, right?"
Yes.
So what did you do? Did you ask, "Okay, what's going on? How come my work is expanding, like being magnified in this way? How did it reveal itself?"
Yes, well, just a sort of a download came in. They explained what was
Um,
happening. But and then because all my work is heart-centered work, I'm working with the heart, which is your largest electromagnetic, organ in the body, right? And so
mm,
yes, yes. So it was just a download, just as very recently the light came in. So I've been working with the guardians and the sound for a while now, but the light, this synergy of both of them is very new, very new.
yeah. And
Yes.
I can feel my heart center is kind of tickling, tingling, and yeah, rejoicing for what is being brought to the world, what is being offered through this synergy and this, well, synergy between you and the guardians, the fact that they chose you, they spotted you and they chose you to bring this synergy of the light and sound, and that it's being offered now as a healing modality, right?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, this is just it just brings the whole sound healing to a whole new dimension or many more dimensions, and also the light healing to a whole new higher dimension, multi-dimensional, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
So
just wanted to add something, Sophie.
sure, yeah.
People have seen, I've worked on different people and they've seen it ripple out into other areas of their life. Like someone, like their car, the latch on their car wouldn't open like for weeks and weeks. And after a session with me, all of a sudden that latch unlocked. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
and which really literally shows something was locked and blocked, and now it's unlocked.
yes. Yeah. So it's surprising how the effects of this healing and this method ripple out into your life in
Wow.
unexpected ways. Yeah, it's very powerful and effective. And yes, yeah, I'm so passionate about it. I'm so excited about it. It's
Yes,
yes.
and I'm very excited that we're going to experience this. Now, before that, let's get into the very special offering that you have created that is exclusive for Graceful Connections, Harmonic Orchestration for Ultimate Well-Being. So we'd love to hear all about it. everyone, please scroll down to access and review Kari's special offer. And Kari, please reveal what you have created for our audience.
Yes, of course. So I've got a 60-minute one-on-one private Restoring Soul Harmonic Resonance private healing session. And so I should say the private session is going to happen after the workshop. But in this session, I'm going to detect like the top 3 distortions and those chaotic waveforms that are most impacting. So I'm going to tune in and identify those ones and at their origin point. And that's the other thing too. I get to the root of the issue. And that's what the bowls do. We go back to that original origin point where everything started. And that's where we harmonically synchronize those issues. And then like unravel, like with the auric field unraveling, that we're going to clear away the dissonance, those chaotic waveforms. And I'm going to be using, I have many tools here. Like you can see my frosted crystal bowls, and I have like a chalice here, and I've got my alchemy bowls, and I've got tuning forks, I've got chimes, I've got this beautiful thing here, an awakening bell. So, and I've got a pyramid. I've got all these beautiful tools that'll be coming into this one-on-one session. So I'm really excited about that. And then I have a 30-minute, it's called Harmonic Resonance Sustainability Session. So in that session, it's going to be a follow-up. We're going to be looking at what's going on with you since the actual session that happened. And of course, sorry, we're going to harmonically orchestrate the telescoping of the 12 dimensions. So we're going to be going through each of the chakras in great detail, clearing those disturbances in your energetic field. And so in the sustainability session, it's a follow-up session. So you're actually going to receive a healing. I'm going to transform. We're going to see how you're doing since the session, see what distortion has come up, and I'm going to use that synergistic power, that method again with light and sound, and we're going to transform and heal that distortion that has shown up in your energetic field in any of those sessions. And so, of course, with this, you also receive the workshop. So it's called Harmonic Orchestration of Your 12 Chakras Workshop. And so in this workshop now, it's going to be a live group call. There's an orientation, and there's going to be live intuitive readings. And we're going to discover, I'm going to share with you more detail. We're really going to go into the 12 chakras, the 7 mange one and the 5 transpersonal. And you're going to experience a telescoping of the 12 chakras out into the 12 dimensions. We're going to get the combination to get your chakras telescoped. You're going to receive an infusion of light and sound weaving through each of the 12 chakras. And I'm going to give you some ideas of what to look for to help your awareness so that you can learn to tap into and unleash the healing power of the chakras yourself, so you can harness and shift your energy. And you're going to be guided into a state of soul harmonic resonance. We're going to shift your energy from discordant to concordance. And we're going to be working, of course, with the guardians of the dimensions. I'm going to be using that new healing modality. You're going to learn more things about the chakras, and your chakra system, your energetic system is going to be finely tuned like a symphony orchestra, with everything all working together. And then the live intuitive readings, of course, we're going to be looking at that number 1 distortion that's going on. You'll receive a reading for that. And then there's the orientation call before the workshop. And then with both options, either one, you're going to receive a harmonic soul sound bath. And so this is going to align you to your natural state of being, and it's going to support you going forward. So now that we've done all of this work to bring your chakras and bring you into the state of harmonic resonance and to vibrationally align you, this is going to support you moving forward and to help you to maintain that. And so it's going to be an MP3, and it's going to be sent out to you, and it's yours to keep, and you can have it to listen over and over again whenever you're feeling out of sync or something that may be off. But yeah, so I'm so excited to share all about.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds and feels totally amazing. And what I'm perceiving and what I love is that it seems to be, and you'll confirm or correct, it seems to be as much for those who are totally new to the chakras and are willing to discover what this is all about, not only to discover, but to experience and to well, get on board with their chakras, but also for those who are already, well, let's say, well seasoned with their 7 chakras, but don't have this awareness of their 5 interpersonal chakras, and how to bring them online, right? How to bring the not only the awareness, but also the experience and the ability to operate from and with the all of them 12, right? So
Yes.
it seems to be very adapted to whatever the level that we are with our awareness, knowledge of the chakras, and degree of operating consciously with the chakras. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. This is for everybody. Even if you said like you're seasoned with the chakras, like you're going to learn something new about them and how to harness their power and their energy. One thing I was going to say was, let me see here. Oh, yes. So, like I said, all these distortions, the struggles, everything, like the negative energy, like it's impacting us all the time. And so I don't know how often people balance their chakras, but you know, when you recognize that something's off. So with this new modality, this new technique, and the synergy of light and sound, it helps you to maintain that sense of alignment, that vibrational state longer. So you'll notice that rippling out, like you won't have to balance your chakras as often, because it'll help to sustain that once we do that deep clearing and bringing you into alignment. And so it's raising your vibrational set point. And we're able to do this, right, in combination with the increasing the vibrational energies, like with the new dimensional earth. These energies are coming in and they're available to all of us now. So it's really just harnessing that. And it's like, I don't know, like a shield, but it's helping you to sustain it longer.
Right. And I'm sensing, yeah, sustaining longer, but also with less effort, and it becomes less intensive work, like having to work all the time, because it can be or seem like a lot of work, but
Yes.
if I get it right with this synergy of light and sound, it becomes so much more efficient, that with
Yes.
less work, with less effort, it becomes more sustained also, right? And it's
Yes.
less demanding, right? Less demanding for a greater and longer outcome of the clearing work and balancing work that we do. Is that correct?
That is very true. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's a
So
very,
that's
very deep clearing. Like we're going deep into the chakras.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And so we can totally sense how this is perfectly named harmonic orchestration for ultimate well-being. So to wrap it up, the full package includes the private session, which is actually 2 private sessions.
Yes.
There's the 60-minute restoring harmonic soul resonance session, followed by a 30-minute soul harmonic resonance sustainability session.
Yes.
Very deep individual private work. And prior to the sessions is taking place the harmonic orchestration of your 12 chakras, where the telescoping happens and many other things, live workshop and replay, which the workshop itself is also a whole journey. It's preceded with the group orientation call, in which you create a safe, sacred space as well, Kari. And there's the live group intuitive readings call, which are going to, with your readings, it optimizes the effect of and the outcomes of the workshop. And with that, the bonus harmonic soul sound bath, do you recommend to use it daily? How do we use this sound bath?
Daily. Yes. In the beginning, I would use it daily. Yes.
Mhm. Until we attune ourselves, and then it becomes an element of our practice, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So that's the full package. It is very, very full package. And you also have the option of the workshop itself, harmonic orchestration of your 12 chakras, which, yes, also comes with the orientation call, the live intuitive readings, and the bonus harmonic soul sound bath. So that is very comprehensive, very profound, very deep work. And really, I can sense, we all can sense how with this, we totally get to embrace our 12 chakra system and get into the harmonic orchestration of it. Totally,
Yes.
totally so.
Yes.
And it is very, very generously priced with a 2 payment plan. So thank you so much for this amazing creation that you have been inspired for Graceful Connection. This is totally exclusive
Totally.
for
Yes.
our audience. And thank you for this very generously, packaged and priced and composed offering. Thank you so much, Kari. One question I have for you, how do I know this is for me?
Yes. Okay. Well, this is for you if you're experiencing any type of pain or stiffness in your body, if you're feeling unease, or if you're easily overwhelmed emotionally, if you feel you have no creativity or imagination, if you're out of touch with your emotions and closed off, if you're feeling anxious, upset, worried, stressed, or if you're experiencing fear, feeling lost and unable to focus, then this would really help to benefit you. This would really benefit you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are so many situations. I guess also when we are doing pretty good with our chakras and everything, but we want to get like the full 12 chakras in this ultimate harmony orchestrated, and the effortlessness of it. I love this.
Yeah.
The efficiency of greater long lasting results for less effort. I think this is concerning many of us who are spending so much time every day attending to their chakras and everything, and bringing this to a whole new dimension. Absolutely, that's what it is about. So thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you so much for that.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, with that, you have shared so much, and I think now is a perfect time to have a beautiful experience with you right now, Kari. For you're gonna treat us to get to experience this synergy of light and sound. So
Yeah.
you are kindly offering a sacred journey for embodying harmonic resonance. So now I believe that now is a good time to go into this journey, this sacred journey. If there's anything you need to share about it, to tell us about it, please do so. And whenever you are ready, get started. And we're certainly going to enjoy it. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. So if you're in a space where you can close your eyes and relax, then otherwise, I suggest you come back later and listen to the replay. But if you're able to be fully present and just to feel the vibrations of light and sound coming in. Oh, and actually, sorry, before I do this, we are going to bring in the energy of the Aurora Borealis.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. I almost forgot. I don't want to do that. Let me see here. There we go.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
We can settle in this.
Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
beautiful.
Good.
You.
All right. So just start now by closing your eyes and taking a nice deep breath in. And slowly exhaling. And take another nice deep breath in. And slowly exhaling. As you begin to settle into your space. And one more nice deep breath in. And slowly exhaling. As you start to become more relaxed, and just notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you focus on your breath, starting to become more present and aware. Now just imagine moving into the space of your heart, listening to your heartbeat, aligning your heartbeat with the rhythm and the pulse of the universe. And continue to breathe and open. Good. Now that you're settled into this space and fully present, I want you to imagine now that it's a beautiful, warm summer day, and the sun is shining, and the sky is a bright blue, and you can feel the warmth of the sun on your face, relaxing you even more. Good. And now you notice a pool of water in front of you, and you decide to go into the water. You make your way over to the pool and place your feet in the water. And you notice it's at the perfect temperature. As you slowly move into the water up to your knees, you notice that there are crystals all around inside the lining of the pool, and the color of the water turns to a beautiful red, a ruby red color. Just start to notice how that red feels. How does it feel as you move in even further now, up to your thighs? Just notice any sensations coming into your body. And you move in up to the base of your spine now, as you're enveloped in this ruby red color, which feels inviting, reassuring, making you feel grounded, safe, and secure. And just notice anything that's coming up for you. Good. And now you go in even further now into the water, moving just up to your belly button. And you notice the crystals change their color to orange, and the water in the pool turns to a vibrant orange color. Just notice how this makes you feel. You notice that you're starting to feel optimistic, uplifted, feeling this warmth and happiness in your body. And just breathe into this space and feel the vibrations move through your body. Good. And so you move in a little deeper now into the water. Just over your belly button. And the crystals now turn the water into a brilliant yellow. And notice how the yellow feels. Notice the frequency and the vibration as you start to feel joy, the cheerfulness. Feel that sense of excitement rushing through you. You feel happy and playful. Just breathe and open. And so you move in the pool even further now, just up to the chest area. And the crystals churn the water into a luscious emerald green. Just notice how this frequency and vibration feels in your body. As you start to feel comforted, held, loved, and supported, you feel optimistic and hopeful, feeling calm, relaxed, and at peace. And just allow these frequencies to wash over you. Good. And so you move in even further now. You move in up to your neck. And the crystals churn the water into a beautiful, calming light blue. You're feeling so relaxed now, so peaceful and serene as you relax into the peaceful water. Just notice how the sound is moving through your body. Continue to breathe and open. Good. And now you move in a little further now, up to your third eye. And as you do, the water churns into a deep blue indigo color. You feel a deep sense of compassion arise within you, feeling relaxed and happy, feeling into that tranquility. Just allow the sound to wash over you. Good. And now you immerse your head under the water. And as you do, the crystals churn the water into a rich violet color. You feel very soothed and calm, feeling this harmonious balance with all things arises within you. Feeling deeply relaxed and energized at the same time. Feeling inspired, joyful, calm, and relaxed. Feeling into the oneness of the water. Feeling that connection with all that is. And as you are immersed in this oneness in the water, the crystals churn the water into a white color. So feel this purifying white light energy washing away anything that is no longer serving you in this now moment. It feels as though you are floating. You are more expansive now, lighter and filled with peace, hope, and grace. Good. And now you can stay in this space if you like, or you can place both hands on your heart as we give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this beautiful heart-centered journey through the chakras. And just allow yourself to bask in these higher, harmonizing, high-frequency energies that have come in to support you at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. It's a very literal sound bath with this beautiful pool that you have brought, sound bath and light bath. And oh, it was just phenomenal, an experience. What I noticed, I wrote it down, how my experience is how the sound lights up the colors. And how, there's no need with the sound that you bring. There's no need, it's effortless. Yes, there's no need for me to have to bring the ruby red color, or to visualize it, or to make it happen, or to think that it's there, or to look for it, or to even, just to bring my attention there. As you mention it, and as the light is there, the color is there, the sound brings the awareness of it. And it is so totally effortless, as you mentioned that it would be, but to have this experience for real is a whole different story than to hear about it. So thank you for this very, very amazing and so delightful experience. I love that we can stay in this pool. But the thing is, I got to wonder, so we experienced this with the 7 chakras. I got to wonder, how will it be to have this experience with all 12 chakras, so these 7 main body chakras, but also the 5 interpersonal chakras, which I believe that's what you are doing in the workshop, right? We get the full experience. Now today we have I like to call them appetizer, and that was a very delicious appetizer, but we can only imagine, slightly perceive what it will be to have the full 12 chakra experience of this.
Yes. And so important to work within those 7 first to get that energy moving and flowing within the body, before moving into the other ones. But yes, this is a little taster of what you'll experience. And the effortless part, yes, exactly. Well, you just have to sit back and just allow and open to receive, because the bowls are making way. They're releasing. They're allowing those emotions, those blocked emotions, those repressed emotions, stuff that's been pushed down. And some people with the bowls get very emotional, right? And that's a good thing, because these emotions are coming up for release. And I create a very safe and sacred space, and it's just to allow these emotions to release and to make way. And everyone says they feel so much lighter afterwards, because you don't even realize how dense and heavy these energies that you're holding onto are.
Yeah, absolutely. As you speak to that, I'm being shown how, as we enter into the pool, and the level of the water gets higher, and so we go higher through the chakras, and with the sound, it vibrates this density to come to the surface, so that it can be scooped out, right? And it needs to be revealed. Whatever emotional burdens, emotional gunk, emotional stuff that is present, that is weighing down the chakras, needs to be revealed and brought to the surface, which can cause some agitation, crying, whatever, reaction or response. This is needed so that it can be like, when on the surface of the swimming pool there's some debris, and we gather it and we clean the pool by gathering what is at the surface or at the bottom, right? So that's very needed, and we can perceive how the sound makes it happen, and it is so effortless. And what I love, I just realized how this is so new dimensional earth, the effortlessness. This is not anymore about I go there and I do it and it's hard work and I'm doing the hard work, and there are new, more elevated ways to operate, to proceed, to take care of ourselves that require our presence,
Yeah.
our attention, our dedication, our commitment, but are so much more elegant in the way they operate with this synergy of light and sound that is so much effortless, that it is no longer in the new dimensional earth, it is no longer about having to do this heavy duty work. It is about um, finding and allowing ourselves to receive the more elaborate approaches that are this synergy of light and sound that is so much more effective, efficient, and powerful, really. And so, thank you for giving us to experience this in this very delightful, delicious appetizer, and getting a sense of what it will be to experience it, to have the full range. As you said, we need to start with the 5 and do the do the um,
7.
the essential work there before we can expand, right?
Yes, yes. And you're so right, like about the effortlessness part, because it's about lifting you up out of the density, out of the struggle, out of the strife and the obstacles. Because everyone's been through that. We're tired of that. It's time to rise above it. So I'm using the synergy of light and sound to rise you up, to help assist you with the ascension process of coming out of the struggle and the strife. And having
Yes. Oh, I get chills in my head, and I'm hearing because it's been my part of my journey. I remember there were days when I was aware of that. Like, it's crazy. I'm struggling to be at peace. And it is so, like, it doesn't go along. How can you get to peace by struggling? And yet I was so determined to get myself to inner peace, but I was going through it with struggle. And this is no longer the way. It doesn't make sense to struggle to be at peace. So for all of you who are struggling to be at peace, struggling to find peace, struggling to get yourself to peace or to other high vibration, to joy, struggling for joy is a nonsense, right?
totally.
So let's put the nonsense out of the picture and work, operate, do the healing and self-care in much more elegant and powerful ways with this
Yes.
synergy, right?
Yes, and everything I do is heart-centered, like I'm working with your heart. So if you can imagine these beautiful higher frequency energies, I'm bringing them into the space of your heart and using the light and sound. So it's so beautiful how everything comes together in harmonic orchestration, right? The heart and the light and the sound and these higher vibrational energies, everything is all coming together and working so beautifully together. So yes, that's what I'm so passionate about that. I'm so excited
And
to share.
I know that because I know that it is one of your gifts that you can hear the heart's voice.
Yes.
So we can sense your joy and yes, your passion, because what I'm sensing is that you can perceive and hear as you work with a person and with a group as well in a workshop. You can hear the shift in the heart's voices that move out of the dissonance into this harmony. And this must be such a delight for you to hear the heart's voices when
It
they
is.
come to their harmonious state, right?
Yes, because there's so much sadness. That's what been my experience. There's so much
Mm,
sadness in the heart. And so the light and sound really helps to release that, and fear. The fear and
yeah.
sadness are two big ones, and it really helps to release that. And doubt. Doubt is another one. So we try to release that because we have to clear that space that's taking up space in your heart and in your system, in the chakras. We have to clear that, open that up, and then open you up to receive, reclaiming the space of your heart, but opening you up to receive these higher vibrations and really shifting your inner world so that your outer world is more harmonious.
Yes, amen to that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
So,
much. It's like I'm being shown, it's like you with the sound and light synergy that you bring so masterfully. It's like you have a magic wand. Actually, your how do you call it? What you use with your balls,
Yeah, and like that.
right? It's like this is your magic wand that has this magic of the sound and the light together, and you bring this magic. Thank you so much for this amazing experience, Kari. And before giving you the closing word, I'd like to wrap up inviting you all to scroll down for Kari's exclusive and phenomenal, very comprehensive package, Harmonic Orchestration for Ultimate Well-Being. So again, the full package includes the private session, that is 2 private sessions, the 60-minute Restoring Harmonic Soul Resonance session, plus the 30-minute Soul Harmonic Resonance Sustainability session. Before that will take place the harmonic orchestration of your 12 chakras, live workshop and replay with the group orientation call and the live intuitive readings. And so this is a whole journey that you engage in, and you receive the bonus harmonic sound, soul sound bath for daily use to maintain, to keep yourself, and to bring the joy. There will be days, I'm sure, that we don't have any specific work to do on ourselves, but we want to delight in this experience, and it's gonna like a treat, right? Sometimes you eat the piece of chocolate not because you're hungry or you need a boost, but just as a treat because it's so delicious.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Or you can choose to go with the workshop, harmonic orchestration of your 12 chakras. And because of the sequence of things, if you start with the workshop and you decide that, wow, this was so phenomenal and you are ready for more, you can still upgrade to include the session, which again is 2 sessions with Kari.
Absolutely.
So fantastic package, fantastic offering, fantastic pricing and conditions with the 2 payment plan. And this is all about harnessing the synergistic power of light and sound for you to reclaim and embrace your natural state of soul harmony. So that is really, really phenomenal.
Yes.
And yes, we'll meet again with Kari on Friday, June the 23rd at 9 a.m. Pacific for an Intuitive Readings Galore live call. Kari will answer your question, what is the #1 distortion in my energy field causing disharmony? So that's where we're going to get very personal, as Kari will tune into your energy field and let you know what's going on there, putting words on what you may have experienced, not knowing what it's all about, where it comes from, what's causing this or that experience or symptoms that you're having. So it's going to be very revealing. And if you can't attend the live call with Kari, make sure to request your intuitive reading in advance and then catch up with the replay to receive Kari's insights and wisdom. So we will meet again, yes, very, very soon. Kari, is there any word of closing that you would like to offer?
Yes, just to be gentle with yourself, practice gratitude, act with loving kindness, tenderness, and grace, and remember the protocol, like awareness. Learn to become aware of how you're feeling. Are you going to react to a situation, or are you going to reflect and allow? And then responsibility, because your inner world is a reflection of your outer world. And so what you're experiencing in the external is a reflection of what's going on inside you. So when you work on orchestrating this harmonization in your inner world, you're going to experience greater health, abundance, and well-being. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you give us a final sound
Absolutely.
to, I would say, punctuate this, to wrap it up? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with this sound, this beautiful vibration in the background and holding us, let's take a moment to be present once again to the orb of grace. Allowing it to remain there, holding us, holding all that we have been gifted to receive today. So much has been offered, has been experienced, has been sensed, has been revealed. Much more than we are really aware of. So let's allow it to sink in as we are held in the orb of grace for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. Breathing in the orb of grace. And I'm closing now with gratitude to each and every one of you in the audience. Thank you for answering yes to the call of grace. Gratitude to you, amazing heart awakening master and light and sound synergizer, Kari Kiazyk. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the wisdom, the brilliance, and the offerings, and all the high and harmonious vibrations you gifted us today through all the graceful connections that have been woven with you and your masterful expertise. Thank you for being with us and all that you have shared today, Kari.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
Our pleasure, my pleasure, our pleasure and delight. Thank you. And gratitude to Christel Hughes and Academy for the Soul for offering this platform in which graceful connections grow and expand, impacting our lives, our environment, and the world at large. Gratitude to the Orb of Grace, providing a safe, sacred space for this journey of exploration that we are engaged in. And gratitude for all the grace we are blessed with at every moment, whether we're aware of it or not. It's offering all the nourishment, the nurturing, the healing, the revelations, the realizations that we open our hearts to receive all along this journey. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the higher beings that guide, support, and protect us. And gratitude to the divine. Thank you. And until we meet again, many graceful blessings to you all. And bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.